Have you ever felt like your life is too ordinary to make a real difference? That true holiness is reserved for saints and mystics, far beyond your reach. Well, prepare to have your perspective transformed as we explore the life and teachings of one of Catholicism's most beloved saints. Welcome to the Heart of Catholicism YouTube channel, the Catholic path to peace, where God's faith changes our lives. Saint Thérèse of Lisieux, often called the Little Flower, is one of the most influential saints in modern Catholicism. Despite her short life, she left an indelible mark on the Church and continues to inspire millions worldwide. What makes Thérèse so remarkable is not grand miracles or dramatic missionary journeys, but her humble, relatable spirituality. She offers a powerful message of hope. Holiness is not reserved for the extraordinary, but is accessible to ordinary people like you and me. Born in Alençon, France in 1873, Thérèse was the youngest of 9 children in a devout Catholic family. Her early years were marked by both joy and sorrow. At the tender age of 4, she experienced the devastating loss of her mother. Yet, even in childhood, Thérèse exhibited a deep desire for holiness that would shape her entire life. Demonstrating remarkable determination, Thérèse entered the Carmelite convent in Lisieux at just 15 years old. There, she lived a hidden, simple life of prayer and sacrifice. Though her time on earth was brief, she died at only 24 from tuberculosis. Thérèse left behind a spiritual legacy far greater than her years. At the heart of Thérèse's spirituality is what she called the little way. This profound yet simple approach to holiness teaches that it's not about performing great deeds, but about doing small things with great love. Ordinary tasks, like showing kindness to someone who annoys us or patiently enduring small inconveniences, can become paths to sanctity when done with love for God. The beauty of the little way lies in its emphasis on humility, trust in God, and childlike simplicity. Thérèse believed that by surrendering ourselves completely to God's will and love, even the most mundane moments of our lives can be transformed into opportunities for grace. This approach makes sainthood seem possible for anyone, not just religious leaders or mystics. Thérèse's spiritual insights are beautifully captured in her autobiography, Story of a Soul. Written under obedience to her superiors, this work reveals her intimate thoughts, struggles, and deep trust in God. Through her poetic yet practical words, Thérèse communicates how love can transform ordinary moments into extraordinary encounters with the divine. Consider this passage. Miss no single opportunity of making some small sacrifice, here by a smiling look, there by a kindly word. Always doing the smallest right and doing it all for love. These simple yet profound words have touched countless hearts, making Story of a Soul a spiritual classic read and cherished around the world. The Church quickly recognized the power and authenticity of Thérèse's message. She was canonized in 1925, just 28 years after her death, a testament to the immense devotion people already had for her. In 1997, Pope John Paul II took the extraordinary step of declaring Thérèse a Doctor of the Church, a title given to only a select few saints recognized for their outstanding contribution to Catholic teaching. Perhaps most remarkably, despite never leaving her convent, Thérèse was named Patroness of the Missions. This honor highlights how her prayers and love supported global evangelization, even from within the walls of her cloistered life. These recognitions reflect how deeply Thérèse's spirituality has shaped Catholic thought and practice in the modern era. What makes Thérèse's impact truly extraordinary is how her spirituality resonates across cultures and ages. People from all walks of life, regardless of background or education, can relate to her emphasis on simplicity and love. She speaks especially to those who feel ordinary or unworthy, reminding them that God values small acts done with sincerity just as much as grand gestures. The universality of Thérèse's message bridges gaps between cultures because the desire for love and meaning is something we all share. Even those outside the Catholic faith often find wisdom and inspiration in her humble approach to life and spirituality. So how can we apply Therese's little way in our daily lives? In our busy, success-driven world, her teachings offer a much-needed sense of peace and perspective. It's about transforming everyday actions into moments of holiness. This might look like offering a genuine smile to someone who seems lonely or troubled, approaching household chores with patience and love, seeing them as acts of service to our families, choosing forgiveness over resentment when someone hurts or disappoints us, cultivating an attitude of gratitude and humility, recognizing all we have is gifts from God. Importantly, Therese's spirituality isn't about withdrawing from the world. Instead, it's about engaging more deeply with our everyday reality, seeing each moment as an opportunity to grow in love for God and others. As we conclude our exploration of St. Thérèse of Lisieux, it's clear why her message remains so timeless and powerful. In a world that often pressures us to be extraordinary, Thérèse reminds us that true greatness lies in love, not in achievements or recognition. Her little way shows us that holiness is within reach for each of us, right where we are. I invite you now to reflect on your own daily life. Where are the opportunities for small acts of love? How might you transform routine tasks into steps on your spiritual journey? Remember, in God's eyes, it's not the size of the act that matters, but the love with which it's done. St. Thérèse of Lisieux, the little flower, continues to touch hearts and change lives nearly 125 years after her death. May her example inspire us all to seek holiness in the ordinary, to love greatly in small ways, and to trust completely in God's infinite love for us. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of Catholic spirituality. Until next time, may you find peace and purpose and walk in your own little way with great love.